Hi guys, welcome back to the channel for returning viewers and welcome to the channel for the new viewers. I I went to the four corners of the earth in order to get Sophia some love and to get you guys to provide maps for me to challenge, and you're gonna see them really soon. So this is the build that I settled on for Sophia. If you're watching the video right now, Ocean is currently being run, and Ocean is the sole bearer of Mirror Stance 3. I chose this kill because Sophia's speed is really low, and her attack is nothing to write home either. So for many targets, she won't be able to kill them in one go, and therefore she will be getting doubled, and perhaps her opponent will be getting danced and attack again. Without a means of special reduction, she will be getting hit by specials fairly often. So I decided to go for a stance, and mirror stance both patches her resistance, which we don't get in Astra, and gives her more attack. So that was my preferred choice. Initially I had gone with Ndolger Disrupt as her special. I have since changed my mind. My initial worry were the comps that used to be common back when I made the first Sophia videos, and those comps were featuring Veronica and Ophelia. Veronica would debuff Sophia and would buff Ophelia, and therefore the AoE special would be hitting harder. With the current support that I'm running for her, I don't worry about AoE specials too much. In fact, I tend to snipe Ophelia's much more often. Lola Attack Raz has the bonus that it nullifies the bonuses to attack and resistance to Sophia's opponent. So that plus 4 each stat from Veronica is not really applying here. Attack Smoke is standard for tanks. Pulse Smoke would be the other option, but since we have Mirror Stance, I don't feel the necessity for a second source of special reduction. Fear Stance, once again, enemy phase, more damage. Another thing that I liked about dropping Ndolger Disrupt is, in many cases, tank lineups run into the issue of if the tank is the only unit that can counterattack, healers might end up stalling you out because they won't attack, they will keep healing, and so you will miss plenty of rounds of combat. LOL Attack Res doesn't allow you to do that, but those lineups are not as common. And personally, I like the fact that some units won't be suiciding against my Sophia. This will allow me more easily to catch up the pots, which is often a problem in Astra. We don't have any ranged bonus mythics, so that often ends up being a problem in tank lineups. I had plenty of trouble with it when I was tanking with Brave Hector, who I've since moved away from. Soul is my preferred special. On slow tanks without special acceleration, Soul is pretty much the main option. Some people run Aether, but I personally don't like the lack of reliability that comes with it, because it comes into play every second round of combat, ideally sometimes every third, so I feel that it's too unreliable for a tank. I chose to go for Swap. This is personal preference. Eternal Tome is her preference weapon. It's really good. It gives her Raven effect, so she's got yeah, she's effective against colorless units. Sorry, brain fart. And yeah, what else? The support that I've chosen for her is Nils. I'm currently running Infantry Pulse. I should remove this and switch this for Res Smoke. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, but I haven't really needed it too much. At this time, he only gives Infantry Pulse to Kronya, so yeah, that's not really doing much. I like the idea of Distant Ward along with Mirror Stance. As you've seen in my Nils video, he ends up getting really bulky and really powerful against many common ranged units, many common magic blue units especially, which are one of Sophia's greatest weaknesses. There will be one round where Nils will face a fully ready, combat ready Reinhardt, and you'll see how he does. I decided to go with one Ultina with buffs, attack, wrestling. This chill speed is doing nothing. She is just running this set because she is using it with other teams of mine, so this doesn't do much. And I'm running chill defense. Once again, it doesn't do anything, and chill attack. One of these chills could very easily be chill res. And yeah, I'm not running one right now, but I haven't felt the need for it just yet, although these two units can be very easily optimized. For Kronya, the ones that are gonna be seen in this video are pretty much a naked 4-star Kronya. This is the default build. I just added Smite, and eventually I switched to Reposition when I realized that basically she would need repositions in order to snipe some key buildings, such as healing towers, and in some cases shrines. Basically, the play pattern is you go in with Kronya, you might smite her in whatever, you hit the building, then you come in with the nails, you dance the Kronya at the edge of the danger zone, then you will move Kronya back, repo nails outside of the danger zone, and from that point on you will be safer and ready to go. So yeah, I wouldn't really have that many changes outside of those that I've mentioned. However, this is a new comp. Resplendent Sophia is a new unit, but as you can see, I haven't even given her partner support. I only gave her summoner support, but her stats at +7, +8 are very respectable. The other breakpoint would be at +9, +10. I don't feel it's that necessary, as it gives her speed and I believe HP. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, +7, +9 is all you're gonna need. So without further ado, a bunch of videos are coming up, a bunch of matches. So get ready, and here they come. Okay, so first opponent is Thank You Next. He is also known on YouTube as Ghostin and is a regular viewer of the channel. We've worked on this defense together, and it's essentially a bunch of infantry pulse nukes with Sophia on the top right, who is the Hardy Bearing user. Now, on this team, we don't really care about Hardy Bearing. However, there is a Fire Sweep double Poison Strike Claude who can be a trouble in the fact that he chunks away a bunch of HP from us. So I decided to snipe him right away with the Smite. I decided to keep some safe range, but alas, that's not needed. Everybody just runs into Sophia and dies. This was really unexpected the first time, and in the original video, yeah, I am laughing like an absolute idiot. I sniped this Aether pot. By the way, in case you're wondering, this Brave Ike is running Aegis and Shield Pulse, so that's why there was no lunge. For the second match, we have Issuls. Issuls is someone that is very active on the Twitch and Discord communities. I've seen him around a lot, and I trust his judgment in the terms of teams. And Sonya is someone that I'm always afraid of, but in this case we are able to tank the Glacius very handily and not take anything in return. This Kagero is running Miracle, so that's kind of uncommon, but in this case we are able to disable it and kill her. The reason why I did not put any of my units above my Catapult is because I was afraid that she would be getting danced, so I decided to take some safety range. And here I just put my Sophia right in front of Sylvia. I'm able to tank her. I have realized this, and I can just use her to stall against melee units. So that's been very useful. Here I just hit her with nils. I can just enemy face her, but I have a Kronya, and yeah, boop, dead. So one defense that would be very threatening is actually quite manageable with Sophia, as it turns out. You might recognize this defense. It's Ndolger. He is a YouTuber that has gotten really powerful recently, and I'm really happy for it. He has recently hit 1,000 subscribers, and he has given me his blessing to test his map. I have to go on the left in order to nullify the rally trap of his Leviathan. And one of the things that I have been able to exploit, especially in the first go, is the fact that this legendary Azura will try to hit me rather than dance. And so I'm able to exploit the AI a lot, and I am able to prevent two very easy kills, such as this one. Look at this. If the Azura had danced, the horsey guy, Ephraim, legendary Ephraim, he would have killed my Sophia without much worry. And the same could have said about the Guntress. She could have attacked me twice, hit my nails twice, and he would have died. Her weapon is the same weapon as Matthew's, and look at this once again. She hits, she gets her special up, but she does not get danced. Kronya gets attacked instead. And so I'm able to, well, safely get rid of her. Here is the second go. You should be able to see this. I'm making a slight change here. I have decided to bait the Azura a little bit earlier just to show that it wasn't just in that case that it was possible to do so. And so I learned that this is a play pattern that I could exploit even against other people. This is one of the reasons why I really enjoy doing these mock battles, because if I see something that is beneficial to me, and that I can replicate it in order to gain an advantage, it's really important for me to learn that. I decided to switch the order of my Nils and Kronya. I bait the gun throw with my Altina, but she decides to hit Sophia since she doesn't die there. But same thing, really. One of the problems that I've had with this video is that I initially recorded this defense twice, so that's a bit of a problem, but yeah, you get the point, you get what's happening here. And here I just get the pot and get the kill. Next up, we have MysticTactician, who is very active on both Discord and Twitch. He has his own Discord channel, and I don't know if I can share it, I will ask. But his defense is something that would be very threatening. We have an invested Sylvia with Guard Sword coming from Evil. And I believe this is a very highly invested Seliph. I forgot to show the merges on the video. But yeah, there's a bunch of lunges. I get lunged onto the trap, but guess what? On the defensive panel, which is omnipresent on Oasis, I take no damage. And yeah, this map, by the way, this is not a knock on this map at all. Oasis is one of the most powerful maps on Astra season, and the lane to Panic Manor is extremely powerful because it's very easy to panic a tank that was trying to exploit the defensive panels. However, I really enjoy the lane to Catapult. I have taken it as a staple explicitly because of this map. This is something that I, once again, can easily replicate, and I have found it to be something that I could use in my favor. Here I just finish off the Sylvia, taking my time. Well, I can go in with Kronya and finish her off. But yeah, lane 2, Catapult on Astra. This is a level 6 Catapult. Look here, I just broke 2 buildings in one go. Sometimes it's not helpful, sometimes it is, but yeah, you get my point. By the way, this player right here is the first big blue challenge. Look at that Bronya. I haven't shown it, but it's a merged Bronya running Iceberg, which will be active on turn 1 and which I cannot disable with even Pulse Die until turn 6. She's running Death Blow, she's running plenty of stuff, she's getting debuffed, which means that she is getting buffed thanks to her Fimbulvator weapon. And she does 14 damage with freaking Iceberg. That's absurd. Like, that is supposed to be a blue nuker. But Sophia doesn't care. Like, that's ridiculous. And yeah, once again, yeah, there is a defensive panel, but this map is really, really good on Astra. So it's not like I'm facing something that doesn't work or something that I've tailored myself to. Well, I have, in a way, tailored my team to beat it, but it's something that is very common and very powerful. I decided to bait the Legendary Azura thanks to the Wings of Mercy. In other situation, the position that I had chosen for my Naga would not have been the most safe, because Thracier often gets danced right above the fortress over there. I forgot to hide this bit, but never mind that. And we have another big blue threat. This is coming from KajiSenpai, who I believe is coming from Reddit, although it may be Discord. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And here we have, well, New York Micaiah, which, as you'll see, we one-shot, along with a +5 merged Ophelia. I believe this is a +5 Ophelia. I faced 2 Ophelias in this video, spoiler alert. And one of them was +5. I don't remember which one it was. I will check and post. But yeah, here I decide to go in with Bolt Tower on turn 3. Fortunately, my lane 3 Bolt Tower does not get destroyed. My lane 2 Catapult gets destroyed, but it does not break anything. So in that regards, I am fairly safe. This Ophelia plus Veronica combination is something that I was worried about. That's why I was initially running Null Disrupt, but I am able to snipe the Ophelia, simply put. And as you'll see, I'll do some work in order to get this Veronica to come to me. She doesn't want to do that, and the Naga positioning, it might have looked unsafe, and it was, but I was expecting the Veronica to keep a building in between herself and Sophia, which she did. And once again, I want to try here to get my Sophia lower. I was initially thinking of pushing her up with Altina, but I decided to expose my Nils. My Nils has sufficient resistance to tank the second hit from Veronica, as he does over here. And this way I'm able to get her down. I exploit this sort of X pattern wall. It's more of a T pattern wall, but yeah. Kronya is not able to kill this Veronica, who, by the way, is running Miracle. So she would be proving to be kind of annoying to deal with, if not for even Pulse Die, which has removed the Miracle. Here I decide to leave Nils in range of the Azura. He is made to tank blue magical units, and he does so very safely. By the way, as you'll see here, my Altina is running attack and resistance link. In case you missed it, that's why I tend to prefer smiting Sophia with Altina. Here I decided to do a double smite. The second smite is wholly unnecessary. I'm just moving here and sniping the raisin. That is because I don't want this cat to hit me twice. She won't be getting her special off. By the way, this opponent, his name is Kai, and I believe he also comes from Reddit. And yeah, I test the trap. I don't really worry too much about it. I'm fairly safe against it. And I get the dance off in order to get the kill. This legendary Azura is running light, so not a max level tome. I'm not sure why that is. Somebody explained it to me in a past video that I did, but I do not remember why that is. Nevertheless, I am able to here get my bolt tower off, snipe the leaf, and put my Naga in front of this Azura in order to take 1 damage and tank her. This way I am able to go and get all of the pots. What else? There was something else that I wanted to talk about, but at the moment I seem to have forgotten. As you've seen, there are plenty of times where I had this issue with my Brave Hector where I had a hard time getting pots. Here I am able to run a bonus unit that is ranged, and I started off with Smite. I ended up switching to Reposition. There weren't that many occasions where Smite was necessary. The second Smite was necessary, but yeah, here we have a Reinhardt, and I put my nails in front of it. Ooh, no, we have 14 damage from Duma. Oh, wait, my nails is made to counter Reinhardt's. Is that a thing? Apparently it is. This double Duma is able to do a lot of initial damage to me, but their range outside of the initial impact from the Reinhardt and the Eliwood is limited, and I am able to maneuver around them. By the way, I don't get my Bolt Tower, however, having both the Dragon Effectiveness from the Naga, which can be transferred, and the Raven Effectiveness from the Sophia, it will prove very useful to me. I get the debuff off with the Kronya on the one that doesn't have this counter, and I can proceed from there. This map comes from a Reddit user called Garondorf, and I mean, we all know that OG Eliwood is extremely good. He is really a meta-defining unit. Alas, Sophia just ends up only with her base weapon, and of course the Resplendent stat bonus and the Summoner support effect. She ends up being tanky enough against physical units to deal with it. I also decided to tank this Nails, even though he had color advantage, and I was fairly safe against it. Here I decide to put both my Kronya and my Sophia to tank him. Sophia tanks him, Kronya tanks him. Nothing crazy going on here. I dance her and I get the kill. But yeah, these are all maps that are very functional and good. There's nothing wrong with them. This map comes from another Reddit user, I believe, called Switz. And there is another build, Kronya. As I've mentioned in the intro, the team composition that I'm running is not even perfectly supporting my Sophia. I am not running any sort of chill resistance or anything like that, but I feel very safe with her. Once again, I put her in the defensive panel to tank the Seliph. Once again, there is a big Kronya iceberg, but there's nothing too big. She hits twice. She hits the third time on my Nils and gets finished off. I take an AoE special from an Eleonora, who is a Gen 4 power creeped ranged nuker. And yeah, I don't really take any damage from it. The dancers are forced to try and hit me, but they can't really do any damage to me. I snipe the Ninian in order to take less damage. I snipe the healing pot, and I am able to, well, fairly safely deal with this Sylvia. There's a boop, and there is a finishing blow. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Next up is Shift. He is a fairly high rank player who I've also found on Reddit. Reddit has been a goldmine for people. A bunch of people that I didn't know were browsing the Order of Heroes sub, and this is the match that made me switch to Reposition on Kronya. It's gonna take me a while because this is not a super straightforward match, but the idea is I want to snipe the healing tower before turn 3. And in addition to that, I need to keep on turn 1 I needed to keep my Nils and my Sophia in range of the healing tower on the bottom left of my map in order to regen the damage from the Duma. This is almost do or die for me. This is turn 2. They're gonna get healed. No, this was turn 3 actually. What's going on here? Am I missing something? Am I showing a fail? I'm not sure. Let's look at this together. Yeah, it's turn 4. Oh, I can snipe the healing tower, but still, I did some residual damage and it's enough. And also, the healing tower, I don't believe hit the lane on the left, which means that both the Elliewood and the Ophelia haven't been hit. Here, I decide to pick my target. I believe I end up sniping the Duma, and everybody else tries coming to me. The Ninian and the Elliewood are guaranteed to survive. And I actually do something nasty here. I bait the AI. I did it earlier this week against another player who has asked me to test their map. And yeah, I do this thing where I do a bit of a forced switch. I force a lunge and a Wings of Mercy from a certain unit, in this case a dancer who will try to attack me and suicide by, well, not suicide, but waste their turn, waste their move. Here the New York Micaiah suicides. I gauge my damage against the Ninian. I see that I should be fine. And yeah, I can just weaken the Ninian, give her the dagger debuff, and finish her off. Finally, not finally, I have a couple people left. This is the first of 2 maps of Alex1Jag, who is a YouTuber, a fellow YouTuber, friend of the channel, and I will include the link to his channel because I really enjoy his content. He is what he does is using mostly legendary units, which is something that I really respect, and it's something that I am really learning a lot from every time. I'm showing 2 clears for this map, which, by the way, has 3 blue units, right? So I should be able to deal with them, right? And the other map is even harder with 2 physical blue nukers. I bait the Duma. The initial 2 units, I mean, it's not like they're bad because Legendary Leaf and Thracier are both very strong units. Thracier, I firmly believe that is a tier 0 unit. She is completely format defining. But against Sophia, she just doesn't do enough. Here I'm able to leverage both the Bolt Tower, and by the way, the reason why I did not put my Sophia in range of my Healing Tower at first is because I wanted to test this trap safely, and if it were a trap that did more than 35 damage, 35 plus 7 from the Duma, so at least 40, yeah, it would have had to deal with very little damage in order for me not to want to trigger it. So basically I needed the healing. I needed my Sophia to be at full health. Okay, this is easier. I sniped the Aether fountains, and I put my Nils in front of this Aether Fjorm. I don't believe I decide to. Yeah, I don't smite my Nils because there is a panic matter, so he would have been debuffed, and I don't attack the Fjorm with Kronya because she would have had her special sooner. Once again, the start is the same. However, I do a couple things slightly different here. Trigger the trap, Sophia doesn't take damage. Trigger the other trap, try and break the cupcake. Put my Sophia in range of the healing tower. She will heal from the 7 damage of the Duma. And here I decide to break one more building. I'm unable to move my Nils because of the movement trap, so I smite him up. I dance. I move my Naga back. This initial engagement is the same. And for some reason, Legendary Lucina decides not to move. However, what I do here is that I decide to bait the Legendary Azura once again. I know that I am able to face her in combat positively. I believe that's what I do, is that it? Yeah, she aerobatics is in. And there's a Wings of Mercy that is wasted because there is nobody in range of this Lucina. Now, my Sophia can only finish off the Azura and doesn't take damage from anybody else and dies against everybody else, but I decide to soften up the Lucina with my Nils and finish her off with Sophia. I bait this... I bait the Azura over here. I could have put my Naga higher, but I decide to bait her down with my Kronya. I felt it was safer because I couldn't guarantee that Fjorm would not have gotten danced, and so it would have weakened my Naga and possibly killed her. So I decided to go about it this way, and with this position I am able to next turn get the kill on both pots. In this case, it's turn 6 already, so it's kind of late. What I am able to do is simply swap my Naga in and have her enemy face the Fjorm. Who's next? Who is this? Oh yeah, this is Alex's initial map, which I found even harder because once again, 2 physical threats. This took me half an hour to beat. I believe what I broke was a bright shrine. If you can freeze frame it, you'll know I forgot to show it really well. But yeah, this was a hard map. This was a really hard map, and I had to do a bit of AI exploitation, which I'll show you really quickly. And the hardest part about this map was I was able to beat it at first by losing the Kronya, and then I thought to myself that I could do better. So I tried even harder. I was able to beat it, but I was unable to get the top left pot. By the way, there is a funnel of death in the first column, in case you haven't noticed. You could try tanking over there. However, I believe that the trap is real. And this is without any preconceived knowledge. The left lane looks like a lane of death. Here, what I decide to do is bait the Elliewood with my 2 dragons. I put my ranged units over there in order I don't hit with the Kronya because I know that if I were to take combat twice I would die, and I don't get doubled barely. I hit the Lancina once because I want my special to be done quicker. As you can see here, I bait the combat twice. Tracer dies. And here is an AI mess up. If Lucina had moved second, and if the Duma had broken the stairs, Lucina would have been able to kill my Naga, or possibly even my Sophia, I think. Yeah, look at this damage. It's a dragon effective weapon, so yeah, very dangerous. I also do something that is almost cheating here. Okay, so I hit her, I finish her, I dance this Naga, and I repo away. But wait, this Duma has
dragon boots, armor boots. So how am I going to survive that? Well, with stats. I live on one. So this is a very unfair win. And in a regular match, once again, this is intended to be a showcase. This is not how I would normally play. Of course, I'm not taking big gambles. I'm not gambling traps if I don't know that I can take them safely. However, I have tested these maps for multiple attempts, and I wanted to. I ended up only showing the victories because, yeah, otherwise it would have taken forever. Some maps took me around half an hour, some took me 20 minutes, and some I beat on the first try. But you get what I mean. And here I have to go and get this pot on the left. This. If this I cannot kill anybody, he will keep trying to hit my Sophia, so that's what I want him to do. I am moving my Altina up, I am dancing her. I am almost confident that she won't die to this brave. Even though I accidentally activate his Aegis. This was a mistake, but it didn't end up mattering. I'm able to hit him, he will hit for very little damage, and with 2 shots I am able to finish him off. Next up we have Lord Drakkon, who comes to us from Reddit, and he has some insanely invested units. I don't want to show his kits too much, but this is an absorb, attack speed push 4, healer Eureka at plus 10. The green is also at plus 10. Everybody is at plus 10, I believe. The Curtains Gale Force Azura is someone that I am very scared of, as is the Legendary Azura, because the Legendary Azura has she has Sturdy Impact and Spooky Sensor, which gives her which I believe is a Fury Tome. But yeah, she does a ton of damage on initiation. There is one thing that he is hiding, and that I have come to realize, and that is that Eureka has Restore. Yeah, knocked over a trash can. Eureka has Restore, and she will try to restore as much as possible, especially since I have loads of chills. What's something that you can do in order to bait restores? Well, you can bait dances on the restore. And since this Azura has aerobatics, if I were to break that Aether pot, and once again I'm going to show you a reposition. This is what I mentioned earlier. Look at this, as heal, dance, heal, and now Azura is in danger. Oh, wait, what? Why did I restart this? Why did I restart this? Was I just trying to show it to you? Okay. Okay, let me show it to you again, I guess. What's going on here? I'm not sure why I restarted it. I wanted to show you their sets, even though this might be something that the person is not too comfortable with. But yeah, same play pattern. I guess maybe I went in 1 turn earlier. Is that what I did? I'm not sure. Okay, so here's that. Turn 3, Bolt Tower. No, it's the same turn. I snipe the Azura. I dance. I snipe the green, who comes with an AoE special even though I've disabled it. And here is the set of the Eureka Panic, which will affect my buffs on my Sophia. And I believe this is also a Panic Ploy Churchy. However, since they're not running any mythics, they are unable to get the necessary HP count. I put the Lilina in range of this Eureka because I wanted to hurry up. The more turns I take, especially since activating, look at this build, by the way, look at this build, especially since activating the enemy AI, it would have been very dangerous for me to wait too long, because that would have meant that the OG Azura would have been closer and closer and closer to me. By the way, I just now realized that she's running Luna and not Gale Force, which is another set that is common on her, but this is also a very highly invested set. And I believe that Lord Drakkon will be very happy once the Resplendent form for her drops. I test the trap, I pretty much have to, but I would have danced her if I couldn't. And I do this in order to finish off the Churchy. If that trap were real, I guess things would have been a little bit different. However, it wasn't the best solution. Here I trigger the trap because I want a damage effective, a damage thingy in order to snipe her, so that would have helped me either way. And next up we have another, someone who I believe I first met on Reddit. He's been on my friends list for a while. His in-game name is ForScience. And I believe we initially worked on his light defense together. And this is a big legendary Crom. Oh, I go really fast on this one. I think I had to re-record this, which is why I went so fast. But yeah, instant special on Legendary Crom, no bueno. But we're still able to do fine. Here I put the... Oh, no, this is showing a fail, actually. Okay, so I added this. Or maybe I forgot to remove this. But yeah, this was showing... just that Sophia is not perfect. Oh, I think I wanted to show the building that I destroyed, which I believe is a panic banner. I once again forgot to check. But yeah, Legendary Crom is a very big nuker and is very scary in the context of Sophia. My even pulse die only removes a moonbow from one of the Thrasiers, so I can't really do anything because 2 Thrasiers will require until turn 4 to disable their special, and yeah, I have to take this gigantic 45. There's a lunge, there's, I believe it's a harsh command plus and not just a harsh command, and yeah. Oh, right, I go in with the Bull Tower. Here I could have not gambled the trap, but basically I would have danced, hit, and yeah. I repo the Kronya, I repo her in range of Brave Ike because I want to waste some time, and I want to waste some dances, most importantly. Oh, never mind, I don't. Okay, I repo her out. Okay. And here Tracer even fails to reach me. Once again, Brave Ike is someone that I am able to snipe fairly safely. I decide to hit this Tracer one, even though she will be getting healed. It's just to help me soften her up. She is more of a threat than Ninian, so I want to get rid of her. AoE special, but I'm able to safely deal with it. And yeah. Ninian gets killed by the Dragon Effectiveness, and I'm able to just end turn this Micaiah. So thank you ForScience. This is... what am I doing? Oh, okay, I'm showing another clear. I guess this one is with less of a gamble on the trap. I decided to re-record this. I think that's what happened. This has been a long video, isn't it? I was initially thinking of cutting it in twice, but people like long videos, I think. And yeah, big hit, lunge, harsh command, small hit, and dead. And now here is the difference. What I could have also done, I think, was go in with Kronya and dance her out. Oh, wait, do I... Oh, right. Here what I do is something that I didn't mention before. There is a -4 to each stat debuff from Nils whenever he dances people. The -4 is centered around both him and the unit that he dances. For that reason, I decided to simply dance the Kronya in order to activate the debuff. And here I do it again, and then I get out of the danger zone. And that led me to, that allowed me to tank the Crom much more safely. Well, much more safely. Earlier I just sniped him. Here I tanked him instead. And Mia is running around with something in her mouth, which I would like to know what it is because she's been pissing me off. And this map comes from Haora Storm, who is a viewer. And this is literally impossible. This is gonna be 4 minutes of attempts and fails with Sophia. Well, first of all, 4 fucking Dumas. That's 28 damage on turn 1. Okay? 28 damage. And also, there is a dual Alphonse with merges getting plus what? Plus 12 to attack, which isn't panicable. I tried to tank it, but it just doesn't work. She said that if you were to snipe the Sylvia, you would be better off, but this Sylvia has 74 HP and is running double Panic Ploy, Sudden Panic and Panic Ploy. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you to this, and eventually I will show you that I got pissed off, and I do have a lineup that clears this. But even then, it took me a bunch of tries, because 28 damage on turn 1 is not funny, and neither is Sudden Panic when you're having to use a squishy nuker. The Dumas, half of them have Svalian Shield, which, I mean, whatever, it prevents armor effectiveness, which still came into play, but I still get to run a Naga for dragon effectiveness there. But yeah, I keep looking at this Alphonse, and 62 attack while it's getting debuffed is absolutely ridiculous. The C skill could have been something else, but at this point it's very valuable to have defenses. So his is it an oath or a rouse? I think it's an oath. Oath is next to people, rouse is away from people, I think. So yeah, his basic C skill is enough. It's good enough to buff him, I guess. She could have been running tactics on the Dumas for 1 more point, but I don't think that would have been necessary. So yeah, while you look at this, the sums that we can count up are the fact that we saw some recurring elements on people's defenses, and those have been, for example, the Oasis map. Those have been the Lunge Hollywood, which I am personally a gigantic fan of, so I wouldn't switch away from either of those. And the Thracier. Thracier is somebody that I consider a tier 0 unit. Look at this. Here I try to go and gamble on the damage trap, but still Nils is unable to kill this Alphonse. And I believe I do the same by trying to go in with Naga, and the results are the same. His defenses are just way too high. His defenses and HP, because he's getting what? +4, +5 HP from each Duma? Yeah. Man. Panic Manor has not been too much of a problem. Sophia actually gets hit by the 65 HP Panic Manor even at max investment. So that's something that you could consider in if you're vulnerable to her. My lane 2 Catapult has been absolutely a powerhouse, and I would advise most people to, if you have spare Aether Stones, build your offensive catapults and put it in lane 2 on Astra when you can, of course. I like running Bolt Tower and Healing Tower, but I could do without a Healing Tower, I think. Bolt Tower enables both Vantage, which is my primary strategy, and some tanking strategies, because the The best defense is, yeah, here's the Naga attempt. I do 2 damage. It enables many strategies. It enables you to, it allows you to only have to hit once in order to kill the target that you're trying to tank. And yeah, here is my cheating lineup. This is one of my main lineups. It's Matthew with False Smoke. It's Brave Micaiah. I decide to give the Brave Micaiah Dragon Effectiveness. I believe later on, at first she doesn't need it. She's got her default A skill, so it's a Bond 4 attack resistance, which is perfect in this situation. I am debuffing everybody. I am getting panicked, which is a bit of a problem, so perhaps the Smite was not the best curse of action, but yeah, I am still able to, what do? I am still able to tank both hits of the Alfonso because I do not kill him in one hit. And by the way, I put the Kronya close because she's got both Distant Guard and Drive Defense. But yeah, back to the normal stuff. The maps that I've faced have never been bad. All the maps that I've faced, I've liked. There were a couple maps where perhaps I would have changed a thing or two, and we could go into those, but I liked what I faced, and I didn't think there were any gigantic flaws. So, yeah. Sophia, good. I think so. Should you build her? Probably not without a Fey Pass, because Fey Pass allows you to give her summoner support, which would otherwise be, you could put on a more well-rounded unit. She is a tech unit, but she is very good for it. She gets +4 stats from being summoner supported and from being a resplendent unit. So yeah. That's the main thing about her. Should you build her? I liked her. I really did. I really liked her. So yeah, personal preference, but I think she could be a valuable player. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about her, if you have any other ideas, if you would like me to test your map more in depth. And that's it.